Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. My name is Ace and I've got something special here for you. Sanctum 2, a game that's not even out yet. Thanks to the people over at Coffee Stain Studios, I've been able to get myself a early access and I was really eager to play Sanctum 2. I already pre-ordered it, but they were able to give me early access regardless. So I am able to make a video for you guys as well, because I loved Sanctum 1. It was brilliantly, it had its flaws, but now that we are looking at Sanctum 2, some of these flaws are, well, gone, or they have been fixed. And I will talk about that during the video as well, showing you some gameplay, showing you some insights of the game, as I will talk about my feelings and thoughts about the game as well. So it's basically a first look meets preview, meets review, meets thought process, hybrid, as I tend to do. Go big or go home. And before I bore you to death, I would like to once again thank the people over at Coffee Stain Studios for giving me the opportunity. It's kind of a big deal, as I am able to get early game access because of what I do on YouTube. And this is the very first time that this has happened. So it's a big deal. So we shall move on. Start game. Now, I have been streaming this game for a little while live. Clearly, that's what you do as you stream. So I'm a little bit further into the campaign. And also, if you do want to play the campaign, I would recommend going into game options before you launch and putting your network to private or friends only. Because if you go into public, people with quick matches can join you and then things become harder, because it does scale with the more people you have. I do have to admit that this game is a lot more fun in co-op, but you know, you win some, you lose some, and you probably would be recommended to play with a lot of friends, because this game really shines if you play with a group of friends that just wants to shoot some stuff. We're doing the campaign. Also, feats of strength. If you really want a challenge, you can go and add these feats of strength to it. As you can see, you can enable them, disable them, whatever you like, to make it even harder and to get all of the achievements if you so desire. But I don't want to do that right now, because this particular level is already, well, challenging enough, is one way to putting it. So Cliff Lodge is the one I'm left off. Now, during every map, or during every level, if you like, you get this little comic-like, well, it's not even like a comic, it's just a straight-up comic to progress you through the storyline. It's quite nice. It's nice something to read during the loading times, and it looks kind of cool as well, because one of the first things that you will notice in the game itself is how awesome it looks. Now, as we are getting ready to play, we have to select our character. One of the first flaws that I had in Sanctum 1 is that there wasn't a lot of customization. Even in co-op, you were always playing the same character. Now, they kind of fixed that. They currently have 4 characters. They have pretty much a justified scout, or a glorified scout, double jump. So you know where I'm coming from. It's basically the assault rifle. It's a pretty fast character, so it's probably one of my favorites. Sweet Autumn is basically the soldier of the bunch with a giant rocket launcher that looks a little bit too big for her body. It's bigger than her body. But there you go. It's great air control, which is coming in handy for a little thing that I would show you in a bit as well. And also, her shots put targets on fire, so damage over time. Simo is the sniper, which is the one I'm going to be playing as. He has increased weak spot damage and also better accuracy. And funny enough, his sniper can be used as a shotgun sort of as well, with alternative fire. But we'll get to that later as well. And Heiken is basically the rough, tanky shotgun, which does massive damage because you can charge it up and it just blows everybody apart. But we're gonna play as Simo. Now, I was talking about alternative fire. Now, there's primary fire and alternative fire. As you can see, primary fire, single shot, high critical damage if you hit the, of course, the weak spots, which are bright red places on the enemy. And then the secondary fire, single shot that explodes in a cone on hit. So basically, a sort of a shotgun-like feel to it. Now, primary is left click. Secondary is right click. Speaks for itself. Now, your first weapon, your primary weapon if you like, is always locked in. It depends on your class. But the secondary weapon is pretty much available for everybody. You can unlock them throughout the game. You will unlock them throughout the game, and everybody can wear them. So you can complement your current playstyle or add something where you are lacking. Now, I'm going to go with the ATK Tesla prototype to you know, give me a little bit of good AoE, as there will be a lot of minions running about that don't necessarily want to die. So there you go. As you will play the game, you'll unlock more slots for weapons to be in, as well as more towers and more weapons to place as well. I mean, you can build more towers and have them in your loadout. Now, I'm currently starting off with a slow, pretty straightforward, a lightning, which bounces, good against heavy enemies, definitely something that's worthy. I'm going to have a nice single target cannon, and I just got the drones. I wanted to try it out, so there you go. We'll see how that turns out. Now, perks is also one of the things that I missed in Sanctum. Some kind of individuality, a certain boost to your playstyle. Now, they've got perks. There's a lot of perks you can unlock, as you can see, and they're pretty basic. At least they start off pretty basic. Every third shot, basically, some more bonus damage. Static discharge. Every shot that you do that deals damage splashes to another target, but has an internal cooldown. So with the assault rifle, you can spam it quite nicely, 4 times a second, or with the sniper rifle, do a massive crit that then will splash over to somebody else as well. It works quite nicely. But then, remember Rex, the little autumn girl with the giant rocket launcher? Yeah, plumber shoes. You deal 5,000 damage to enemies you land on. Plumber shoes. Gosh, I wonder what the reference is here. So you can basically pick and choose as you want. I'm gonna go with, static discharge and corpse explosion, just to have some nice AoE. And I think without further ado, we should get into the game. Now, one of the first things that you do indeed pick up on is that the game looks beautiful. I'm not gonna lie, it is looking beautiful. So if you like beautiful games, this is definitely something you should have on your list. Now, second to that, like the first thing that annoyed me about this game, yes, I'm gonna say something negative, brace thyself, is that every time you are beating a wave, you have to go to your core and pick up resources. You have to constantly walk back and forth, and I find it to be rather annoying, to say the least, but that might just be me. It's a minimal thing, but I guess it keeps the legs moving. You know, obesity these days, it's kind of a big problem. So as I'm going to think out of a plan, you can see that building stuff is quite easy. You just have to hold the mouse and you build. But as you build, you can only see that I only have a certain amount of walls to build. And I get a certain amount of walls with each wave that I beat. I only have access to 10 towers. At least I can only build 10 towers. And I've also got limited funds, which will be renewed every time I beat a wave. So there's definitely some tactic involved, as I'm definitely going to spend most of my maze directly on the left side. So I will buy a lot of time on the left wave, and I can focus on the right wave from this particular side as well. So I'm going to put down the slow once again to buy myself all of the time that I need, as I will then start the first wave and see how it goes. Now, one of the things that I should note is that if you run out of ammo and you have to reload, which happens automatically, you should immediately weapon switch. Because if you do that and you are getting out of ammo with this particular weapon and such to reload, if you switch back, it's immediately full ammo again. So it's reload while you don't have the weapon equipped. You have it equipped, but you're not using the weapon, therefore you can reload it. So you constantly can shoot, and if you time it correctly, you basically don't have any downtime whatever. Of course, certain shots take more ammo, so you spend up the ammo faster. So there can be potential downtime if you do like that, but it should be really not much of an issue. Because even if you do that, the downtime is minimal if you do the weapon switching right. So, just something to help out the beginning players that will get this game. And the best part about this game is of course that it's not that expensive. It's not that expensive at all. So that's definitely worth picking up, especially now in the pre-order. I found it to be, well, rather cheap to say the least, which I was quite happy with. As the rather expensive games, well, they are expensive. So it's sometimes hard to afford them. I also like the fact that the walls are being built almost immediately once you put the building blocks down. Just a little touch that I thoroughly enjoy. You can see it coming out of the building once it is, once it has landed. So that's quite nice. Alright, this is a mistake. I shouldn't build here. I should build here. So I'm just building a basic maze over here. I have to lock this particular side off as well, otherwise they won't follow the maze. Which kind of prevents me from you know, using the mace to its full efficiency. Also, don't stand under the building blocks, because if you do that, you will take some severe damage. So yeah, you can be killed because of this. Now, the problem with health right now that I have is that the only way to indicate your health bar is your screen. There's no set health bar, so it's sometimes really hard to see how much health you have left. At least that's what I find. But then again, that's what I find. That's not something you should be too worried about, I would presume. Now, I'm just going to build some AoE. There you go. I'm pretty much out of funds. And we should be just fine. Alright. Here we go. Our corpse explosion is doing its work. Doing a lot of nice splash damage. And this is why I wanted to have AoE. Because I know my sniper is not really doing the greatest of AoE damage. And when there's a lot of small people that do like to hit me in the head, you will find that AoE might be quite nice. Now, one of the things in Sanctum was also that the enemies didn't really fight back. They basically just pushed you around, and that was kind of it. These enemies, they fight back, and oh hell do they do it with so much proficiency that you will slowly cry yourself to bed sometimes. And this only becomes harder if you have more people playing. So that's definitely something that is worthy as well. As you can see, I kind of forgot my resources again, so I have to walk back. And this is just something that I not necessarily like. However, sometimes you will find that you can also pick up things in the environment, which is also a nice touch. So I can put down some mines. I'm just going to put down one here. And we should be just good. There are buildings that spawn mines as well, which you can then pick up. Which might be very nice if somebody in your team picks up that tower. You build a few towers of that, and you can basically have infinite mines, which you can lay during your maze. Or through your maze, which is quite effective, I must say. So we have some AoE. I might want to look at some slow perhaps here as well. I think that might be good. And let's add some single target damage. And as we have done that, the right wave should be pretty self-sufficient. I'm going to start the match, and I'm going to focus first on the left. At least that was my game plan, until I saw that the first mobs spawn at the right side. I'm going to try to hit the weak spots to do massive damage. There you go. The right, bright, shiny spots on the bodies are kind of them saying this is where you are supposed to shoot. It's kind of a dead giveaway, really. But there you go. They are but simple minions that are, well, dying because I'm shooting at them. So that's definitely a thing. Alright. So if you like tower defenses, this game is definitely worthy of a pickup. I would recommend. Alright, let's see. And if you do pick it up, you do get a nice tiny game that I was streaming when I actually got the early access. Because I was streaming Super Sanctum TD, or Super Sanctum Tower Defense, which is actually the game that you get with the pre-order. Actually, it's about $3 or $4 on Steam as well. So it was quite nice. It was also quite addictive, I must say. There's definitely also in that particular small tower defense game, which is basically just a genuine tower defense game. There's no first person, it's just top view, building towers and calling it a day. It's rather addictive. And it's actually quite hard as well, so nice, a nice pickup, I would say as well. Or just pre-order the bloody game and get it for free. Sort of. So there you go. Now I'm kind of seeing that we are dealing with hoovers, which are special mobs that have a special ability that will make them invulnerable. So you can only shoot them from behind, which is where their weak spot is at. Also, these open mouth creatures, they are ranged characters. Get too close and they will start shooting you and slowing you, and, well, you can always presume that that may be very nasty. And yes, it is. So I'm just gonna build a drone here, as I still wanted to try it out. I'm gonna... Do I want to build another slow? No, I'm gonna build another cannon. I think that's what slow is enough. This should be good. And I'm just gonna sit back, relax, and take my sniper spot in and shoot some people. Or some behinds, apparently, in this particular case. There you go. Taking some nice damage. He's almost dead. There's a hoover behind me. See, and some of the abilities that they do can make you cry for your mommy. There you go. There's a giant shockwave to prove to you that you may want to watch out for the minions. As I will focus here on the right side. As you can see, It's currently being turned down by the drones and by the damage of the cannon from behind. So I'm quite satisfied with the left lane. And I will focus here on the right lane, as that's where all the minions are. Remember, if you run out of ammo, just switch weapons and switch back. But you do have to run out of ammo, or at least press R, so you are at least reloading your weapon. It's kind of an important detail. Did I just get a double kill? Yes, I believe I did. Thank you, Corpse Explosion, for exploding their corpses. Much appreciated. And of course, this beam procs the passive electricity that I have for splash damage as well. Well, for not necessarily splash damage, for multi-target damage. Every 0.25 seconds. So you can only imagine that if you combo perks and weapons together, or whatever you can do, you can definitely get some nice combinations going, which may very well be needed if you are talking about doing feats of strength and such. The achievements. Just gonna go back, and looking at the map, we have another 5 lovely waves left, and the last wave actually has a giant boss, which is quite something, I must admit. So let's see what we have. We have 34 of the small ones, 2 big ones, 1 Hoover. Now I know that the left lane is going to be just fine, and I still have 2 tower spots left. So do we have a slow here? Yes, we do. Actually, I might want to take out this slow. Put down the slow here. And put a drone here. Just for potential heavy targets that may say hello. There you go. And now that I have more than enough money to upgrade, I will try and upgrade from a distance. Let's see if we can upgrade this particular cannon tower. And call it a day. It looks like we are coming from the left side, or they are coming from the left side, so we are going to the left side. This is the Hoover. Can't necessarily do a whole lot. There are ways to damage him, but I'm just going to wait until I can get behind him and burn him down quite effectively, as the drones will most likely do the rest for me. Now there's a Walker Warrior here, which is another champion mob, or special mob, with a lot of annoying abilities. And when I say a lot of annoying abilities, I mean just an annoying jump that does massive damage if you don't watch out. And he's also pretty tough, so definitely something to be wary of, to say the least. And a lot of small ones here. And I trust my defenses on the left side, so I'm just going to AoE them down, which seems to be rather effective, as hoped. There you go. There's another warrior. Gonna spend my AoE on him, so that the small ones that are behind him also take some damage. And then try to jump away from him just in time, so I don't take damage. I can burn him down. I said I probably should run away, as the small ones are saying hello as well. As you can see, the AI that is supposed to help me has the world's greatest aim, so don't rely on them too much, I would advise. Come on, give me the goodies. Thank you very much. So we are 6 out of 10. We have 1 tower spot left. And let's upgrade it. Let's see. Let's get the Zabber. Or the Zapper. There you go. Let's upgrade the cannon over here. Just not enough. Alright, fair enough. Also, one of the things to note is once you upgrade, you don't waste money. The damage will always increase. And once you are fully upgraded, you can still upgrade them. It's called overcharge, which basically means you're spending more money to get it to do more damage. Normally in Sanctum 1, you had to upgrade it for actually to become better, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. It has been a while, and now it's just every money that you put into the tower will increase its damage. Now there's bobbleheads here, as you can see. Yes, they are indeed back. And as a sniper, sometimes you have problems with them, but it looks like the first 2 headshots that I make are actually quite effectively, as I instantly kill them with them. I would call that rather effective. I'm just worried about the left lane, but it looks like we're just good. As I will then focus all my attention here to the beloved right lane, where there's the bobblehead. Did I get him? No. Did I get him? I got him. That's quite a nice shot right there. Almost impressive on a good day. Looks like the right lane is already empty. So I'm just going to take this out from a distance. There you go. Wave cleared. Picking up the goodies. And decide on where my last tower should be. Also, I probably should finish off this particular maze over here, because I know it's going to be rather nasty. Now I have 45 walls, just going to build for days right here. Of course, I do have to watch out for potential building blocks falling on my face. No, wait, I can't. No, because I have to recycle these. Because I can't properly maze it otherwise. There you go. Looking good. Alright. Nice maze here. But, yeah, giving me a lot of time to do what needs to be done. I don't have a lot of weapons. I do have money left. Did I build a tower? Yes, I did. Or didn't I? I'm confused. No, wait. I'm just gonna recycle this one. Upgrade this one to level 2. Alright, and then I still have one spot left. Where do I want to build it? Where do I want to build it? There. It may look like a weird spot, but at wave 10 you will definitely understand why I'm doing that. So, I'm going to stay here on the high ground so I can see where the main enemy is coming from. It's going to be from the left side initially. It's going to be a heavy, an armored heavy. As I walk almost face first into a screamer. The ranged character, at least. Ow! I'm slowed. He hit me. And it's really hard to get away from him now. So you can imagine the annoyance that you may find yourself in. Or actually get hit by a Spitfire. That might very well also be the case. But as you can see, there's also flying enemies. So be wary of that as well. They tend to be more squishier overall. But that doesn't mean you should neglect them. Luckily enough, the drone is doing a lot of damage to that armored heavy. Which I'm very happy with, to say the least. Gonna have to be worried about the screamer though. As he's getting awkwardly through, to say the least. Luckily enough, you can kite them around, as they are eager to shoot you. Just gonna make sure that this small one doesn't get where he wants to go. Right, there's also a soaker here, so I'm gonna take him out first. Looks like we're good. And now are there 2 heavies here? Did I see that correctly? Please don't mean there are 2 heavies here. Luckily enough, one of them is almost dead and one is halfway there. And the only real way to do damage on them is behind them. Up their special place, apparently. So I'm trying to use my my secondary fire to do a lot of damage. As I see in the distance a soaker, which is not good. Not good at all. He is almost dead. Well, halfway. Not really almost even. But there you go. Welcome to the explosion damage of the beloved sniper rifle with alternative fire. Quite thankful for that. So you can definitely see why I prefer this beloved character over, let's say, the scout with the assault rifle. Now, we have 4 rhinos. Rhinos are basically mobs that run faster in at long distances. So, considering I have to go back and forth, not really an issue. But we have 2 heavies on this particular site. So I should definitely try and upgrade some important towers, I would presume. I think that would be a good call to make. Just increasing some slow. As I probably should also maze this a little bit further in, or out. Right. Wait for greatness. And achieve it by not failing. I guess that's usually how you achieve greatness. I'm a little bit scared to get behind him because of these guys here. So I'm just going to take these out. Hopefully buy me some time. But it looks like the small ones are saying hello to me as well. As I'm taking a little bit too much damage for comfort. So I'm just going to have to take it and just AoE him down. And in the process hit everybody that I can. As you can see, there's a lot of damage going around. Corpse explosions left, corpse explosions right. Maybe I can get another damage in. Looks like the drones might be able to finish him off. Who knows? Might very well be the case. As I probably should try to focus my attention. There you go, he's down. On the rest of the enemies. Looks like there's another one. But all turrets are focusing on him. As you can see, he's kind of melting. So I'm just going to finish this off. And wait until I can get behind him. My sniper rifle should be reloaded. Finish 1. Finish 2. Now he's done for. Wave cleared. So we are wave 9 out of 10. And this is fairly easy. But imagine more numbers. They are tougher to kill. and for example, one person dies. Yeah, then you are kind of an annoying situation. So there's a lot of squishy besides the streamers then, and also not a lot of squishies, but well, there's 16 squishies, so my AoE tower should be just fine. But there's also an air unit, so I'm just gonna upgrade my cannon a little bit, and also make a bigger maze to buy me some more time if one of them gets through. But I know that this particular wall is going to be problematic as well, because of the next wave. So I'm just going to preemptively build, because I don't necessarily like to die. Alright, this should buy me some time, and with some time I mean probably 5 seconds or so, and I'm not even joking. I'm going to move up here, as the first enemy has been spotted. It's a bobblehead. So, there you go, insta-kill, because of a critical hit. There you go, another one. Gotta love them weak spots. Walker is taking a lot of damage as well, as he drops. Let's see, reload it. Another bobblehead that drops, and another one that drops. Looking good so far. That Walker is gonna die. These small people, or small minions, are gonna die as well, but just purely because of the shockwave. Just gonna make sure that I take down the screamers a little bit as well, so that the towers can finish him from there. Alright, yeah, this is looking good. Feeling confident about this particular wave. Left lane should be alright. Just have to make sure that I keep an eye on these annoying Spitfires. And as you can see, if I sometimes hit one, there's electricity damage on the other one, which is my passive perk at work. Looks like we might be in a bit of an issue here. No, we might be fine. Maybe not. Maybe we are. Yeah, we are fine. Alright, we're definitely fine. But this is wave 10. The final wave. The wave that's waves. The wave that nobody really wants to talk about. The wave that I have not been able to finish off until now. I'm feeling confident. And when I say I feel confident, I am scared shitless. So we'll see how it turns out. I'm fully packed on gear. My voice is dying. I'm feeling good. Let's upgrade as much as we can on the left side, so I can directly start focusing on the right. See, my turret here is maxed out. My tower, not turret, tower. It's a tower turret, a turret tower. And if you then start pumping more damage in it, the damage goes up, as you can see. So it's definitely worth it to keep upgrading important towers once they are maxed out, just so you have a bit of a heads up here. So the final wave, guys. I'm gonna try to do as much as I can without leaving this particular lane. Now this Hoover is hopefully gonna die, because Hoovers are kind of annoying, because of course the fact that they have that weak spot. But as long as I'm standing here, I can take him out almost immediately, luckily enough. There's also gonna be a soaker right there by the looks of it. Now soakers, the only job they have is taking a lot of damage. So if I can take them out, I don't have to worry about towers focusing on them. So they can focus on the other minions. Right. He looks like he's down. Yes, there he is. There's another soaker. Oh boy, this is not looking good. I hate soakers. Alright. There's the boss, by the way. Here we go, guys. It's boss time. Luckily enough, we have a drone on him, which is exactly what I wanted. But unfortunately, the gate has been breached. So all the minions are not even going to go through the other lane anymore. They're just going to go in through the easiest lane and try and take me out. As I also see that apparently a minion, a screamer, is actually awkwardly close. Close enough to hit the core. Which is definitely not something that I would like him to do. The core is being destroyed. I can't let it happen. I have to make a decision here. Alright. The boss is still busy. So I can probably take out as much targets as I can. But I do have to watch out because, as you can see, a lot of damage is actually a thing here. Alright, so I do have to take out the small ones. Hopefully. This is not looking good. I probably should have built the maze a little bit differently. I'm gonna try if I can do a lot more damage. See if I can hit the the hit spots. Yes, we're gonna try to hit the hit spots. Clearly the spots that you're hitting, as the core is dropping, and I probably won't have enough time to burn him down. As minions are left, minions are right. I'm a little bit outclassed here. I should have built differently. I regret all the decisions in life right now, as my core is getting close to dying. I'm trying to do as much damage as I can, as I miss my shots. Come on. Oh boy, stop moving. I'm trying to hit you in your weak spots. I think these are your weak spots, right, guys? Oh god, are we gonna make it? I hope we can. Just one more rotation. One more. No, one more. Come on. Ah, no, one more. Ah, one more. Oh god. We did it? No. Oh shit, the core. Goddamn soaker. We did it. Oh god, we did it. Victory. Oh god. Halfway awesomeness unlocked as well. I'm level 10. It's a good number to end this video on. Let's see what you unlock. Violator, which is a sniper tower, which I know from Sanctum 1 still. Against all odds, your weapon damage is boosted by 8% for each close enemy. Stacks up to 5 times. Damaging an enemy gives you 1% movement speed, etc, etc. So as you can see, you'll unlock more things as you go. You can see your stats as well. So on and so forth. So to conclude my review, is it a fun game to kill time with? Yes. Is it fun in the multiplayer? Definitely. I think it's even more fun in the multiplayer if you have a good team of friends to mess about with. Should you pick it up? Definitely. It's currently cheaper right now. It might become more expensive when it comes out of pre-purchase. But at the time of the recording, it's still quite cheap. You actually also get another game, that mini game Tower Defense, which is quite enjoyable. So it's definitely worth it. So go check it out. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you liked this video, make sure to subscribe. And as always, I will catch you guys next time. Take care.